Barbie pink, that light pink, but now let's get into some purple.
Yeah, so I spoke with one Lansing farmer who loves all things purple. Wynn Wright is a lavender farmer who has been growing the crop she loves right in the city, literally. And she doesn't just keep it for herself, she wants you to enjoy it too. And she's been working hard to bring the benefits of lavender to more Michiganders. Take a look. How did lavender become a part of your life?
I study women in agriculture. So I was in France about 10 years ago. I met a woman that I was interviewing, and she was a lavender farmer, and I sort of fell in love with her life. So I came back, I planted my first lavender, and yeah, that's how it goes. We're in 16 Sprigs Demonstration Garden. This is my 9th year as a farmer.
Wynn Wright has been farming lavender in mid-Michigan for nearly a decade. Her demonstration farm sits nestled in between a small Lansing neighborhood, hidden from the hustle and bustle of the city.
I have another location in Alma, a farm, I call it. That's why I differentiate a demonstration garden, because there are 12 varieties here, but only 350 plants. I find that it's probably harder work than I expected, even though I grew up on a farm. I know a lot about agriculture. It is demanding, and it's also a relatively drought-tolerant plant. You can ignore it a bit, you know, unlike perhaps some other crops that are grown in Michigan that demand your attention.
And it hasn't been grown in Michigan for very long. Farmers like Wynn are still chartering relatively new territory of Michigan agriculture.
It's relatively new to North America, certainly as a crop. Really, it's the 1990s where people started to grow lavender in large quantities and to farm it rather than just having 1 or 2 plants in their garden. It hails from the Mediterranean region. It's a heat-tolerant plant, so it thrives when it's really hot. We melt, it thrives.
And the Great Lakes region might not be the Mediterranean region, but lately that hasn't been a problem.
So those days a few weeks ago when it was really hot, this is when it exploded into bloom.
And that explosion is why Wynn is able to do so much with her plants. From oils to soaps, Wynn is able to make countless products and benefit from the lavender herself.
Probably every farmer has their own motivations. For a lot of people, bringing beauty into the world. I guess I find that I like growing a crop that's absolutely beautiful, and I get to be surrounded. But I'm also really still impressed with the crop that you can both eat and take a bath with. There are not very many things in the herb world where you can, that are so versatile. I make a lot of my products from lavender, like soaps and lotions, essential oils. We're standing right here now by 2 varieties called Royal Velvet and Melissa, the pink one. These are my favorites for eating. Particularly lavender is known to be one of those essential oils that's calming, reduces stress and anxiety.
Lavender has made a name for itself just because of its benefits. But it's the hard-working farmers like Wynn putting it on the front page.
But Michigan has emerged as a relatively popular state for growing lavender. There are almost 100 lavender farms in Michigan. I'm also the coordinator of the Great Lakes Lavender Growers Association. Each farm is unique and also a wonderful opportunity for you to learn something about Michigan agriculture and support a local farm.
And by supporting a lavender farm, you're supporting the people who want to make the world a little more beautiful.
Now, I use lavender for sleep. I'll like rub it on my wrists or like use a diffuser. I don't know, do you like lavender?
I love the smell of lavender, and I'm so glad that you were able to get some. It smells so good.
It is.
So good.
Yeah, and it hasn't even been in this room for very long, and it already smells. So,
yeah, it's filled up the station. We love that.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful farm. So, of course, if you want to find out more information about Wynn and her 2 locations over on her 16 Sprigs Facebook page, she has everything listed that you need to know. So I'd go check that out.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Claudia. And we